Hello everybody, it's Crafty Ria. I am so glad you are joining me today. I will be recycling these 2 Valentine's Day cards for you today. The first one is Buckeye Love. This is for the Ohio State Buckeyes. It was a card that they sent out every so often. They send us stuff asking for donations. So this card also came with these stickers, and I think I can use this one on the envelope and that one either for something else or on the inside. This card is actually a birthday card that my husband sent me a long time ago, and there's no date on it. I don't know how long ago it was, but the front of it looks a lot like a Valentine card, and I love this little image, so I thought I would use that and recycle it into a Valentine card. The card bases I'm going to be using are a 2 size card bases. They measure 5.5 by 4.25. They are just a regular office supply cardstock. You can get it at Walmart in a big ream. Nothing fancy. Folded in half and cut in half. And you get 2 card bases per sheet of cardstock. 8.5 by 11 cardstock. For this card, for the background paper, I'm going to use this paper. This is by Echo Park in their Valentine collection. I thought this part went really well with the Buckeye Love. So let's go ahead and get started. I want to cut this down to match the card base a little bit smaller. So I'm going to make it 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And that'll give me a 1/16 of an inch border all the way around. Let me measure it up. Yep. That gives me just a little bit of a white border. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut this card apart. And this card is kind of dinged up, so I'm going to cut it pretty close to the image so that way I don't get any of the other dings on there. So I have that piece there. There we go. I like the way that looks. And then I'm going to cut out part of the sentiment from the inside. I'm not going to keep this, part at the very bottom since it's asking for the donation. And I thought that was a cute enough sentiment to send to somebody. All right, so I have to decide what other embellishments I want to put on here. Let's see, it's too wide to fit that way, so it's going to have to be a landscape card. And I have this adorable ribbon that I thought I could put across the bottom. Yeah, that'll be perfect. And cut it just a little bit bigger than my card. All right, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down. Actually, I may want to raise this up on some pop dots. So let me do the ribbon first. I'm going to adhere the ribbon towards the bottom of this. Yeah, I want it pretty close to the bottom of this paper. Today I'm going to be using the AdTech Crafters tape. You can get this at Walmart and also at Amazon, and my affiliate link for it will be in the description below in case you are interested. It's very inexpensive and they do sell refills for it. And then I will put that right above it. That looks great. Meanwhile, I will adhere this to the card base. Make sure my card opens the correct way and I don't adhere it upside down like I almost did. Okay, I have some scraps of this foam tape. I used most of the little pieces out of it, but when you have the scraps left over, don't hesitate to reuse them, or not to reuse them, but to cut apart these little scrap pieces instead of trashing them. They work just as well as the pop dots. And that way you can get more mileage out of the entire thing. So I just cut it down the center. I've been redoing my craft room and destashing, and I want to get rid of a lot of these little pieces that I have hanging out. I'm going to put this other larger piece right in the center, just so it doesn't, buckle or cave in the middle. It's a pretty big piece. I put it on a little crooked. Let me see if I can move it carefully. All right, I will be more careful on my placement. There we go. That's much better. So there we go. That card is all set. Although I will put the sentiment on the inside of the card. I have a piece of red construction paper. And I will put this, I will mat it on here. And for construction paper, I like to use wet glue whenever possible. This is Elmer's glue, placed in an old art glitter glue bottle with a fine metal tip. And I will line it up so two sides of it are even, and then I will trim out the rest of it. And I just eyeball that. I don't really measure. The more you do it with practice, the better you'll get at it. You'll be surprised. And this is just Elmer's Glue All, not the school glue. It is the regular Elmer's Glue All, and I absolutely love it. The fine metal tip makes all the difference. I cannot tell the difference between this and more expensive glues. There we go. And that card is done. My next card will be this one, and it is doubled over on the front. So I'm going to take my bone folder and separate these two pieces just so I only have one thickness here to deal with. And then I will put this piece of paper in my scrap drawer. And since I want it to fit on here, I'm going to take off the part that says I love you. I'm going to trim it right up to the top of their ears. And I know there are some other little pieces there, but I'm going to trim closer to their bodies. Trim some of the white space off the bottom and then off of this side. And that's what we're left with. Let me see how much room I have. That is pretty good. I'm going to have to trim a little bit off of this side just so I have an even amount to deal with on all four sides. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And I don't need this part anymore, especially since I cut off part of the sentiment. And I will put that piece in my scrap drawer. And I'm going to cut a red border or a red mat that measures 4 1/8, just like the other one. 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And this is just red construction paper. We went to Hollow's Paper Craft, and I could not find any really good red cardstock, and my husband found a huge stack of this construction paper. So inexpensive, and I have gotten so many miles out of it, and I still have most of it left. It's great for recycling Christmas cards. So we have that piece there, and then we have this, which is absolutely adorable. I love these too, and it just reminds me of Valentine's Day. Of course, I want to embellish it with something, and I have this red glitter hearts. I don't know if I want to put it on the bottom or on the top. I think I will do it along the top since there are other hearts there. So I want to place this close to the bottom of this construction paper, I believe. And then I want to place the hearts there. And even though it overlaps the ears, I want to make sure the card backing goes all the way up to where the hearts join each other. So I'm going to go ahead and use some more of this Elmer's glue on the back of this. This is, this image has different heights to it, so I want to make sure I get glue all over. Only the outside edge is really going to stick. The other stuff, as you can see, has different levels, different heights to it. And push that down real good to smush out the glue. Now I want to decide if I want the hearts to go over the edge. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Okay, let me go ahead and adhere this to the card. It works out evenly if I cut the hearts a certain way. Make sure my card opens the right way, and I will center this down. Okay, so if I cut my hearts right to there, I don't have to cut a heart in half. And it just matches up perfectly. I'm going to turn it upside down just so this part is closer to me so I can line it up better. Okay. I don't know where this trim came from. It came in Happy Mail, but I mean, like, I don't know where it was purchased or anything like that. There we go. And push it down really well. I love that up at the top. That is great. I think I'm going to cut one of these out for the very bottom, since it matches perfectly. It has a little bit, you probably can't see it on camera, a little bit of an edge from where the other heart touches it. So I'm just trimming those little tiny pieces off. There we go. And that just brings some glitter down to the bottom. I don't have a sentiment for the inside, but I can handwrite whatever I would like, a note in there. And there we go. We have both of these cards recycled, so it doesn't even have to be a Valentine card. If you have any card with hearts on it or anything like that, go ahead and recycle it. It could even be a Christmas card that has maybe red roses or hearts or something like that on it. So you can think outside of the box. I love this image, and I think that's perfect for Valentine's Day. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do click on the subscribe button right down there in the corner. And while your mouse is there, just click on the bell so you're notified when I upload new videos. I'm getting close to 2,000 subscribers, and once I get there, I'm going to have an awesome giveaway. So excited about that. So you'll want to stay tuned, you'll want to be a subscriber, and you'll want to pay attention to little tidbits that I'm telling you along in these videos, because there'll be some trivia questions. It's going to be fun. If you haven't yet joined my Facebook group, Create with Crafty Rhea, I'd love it if you did. Just head on over there. It's a great group of ladies, a whole lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you very much. And until the next video, you know what to do. Go get crafting. Bye-bye.